the question of how advertisers get to their audiences and sell wares has got more complicated, I think, because you've got ad blockers, you can skip the ads. One of the things that we're noticing is that ads online are longer. They'll typically be 90 seconds or 2 minutes. That's a very different format for most ad agencies to work with. You know, a 30-second commercial, which has been standard for decades. You might still have a kind of a 3-act structure, but those acts are very, very short, and the last 5 seconds is going to be a pack shot. So you're looking at basically 20, 25 seconds. And, you know, visually driven. Once you get into a minute, minute and a half, you've got to have a narrative there. And you've got to get that narrative compelling within the first 10 or 15 seconds. That's quite hard. And we're seeing this. We're finding we are working more with agencies on these online spots at the writing stage to get those stories to work and get those characters to work, knowing that if you don't get the audience hooked very, very quickly, they ain't going to get to the end of the ad 90 seconds later, and you're not going to get your selling point in. We've just done a very interesting spot for, it's a charity spot really, about getting people to leave money to charities in their wills. It's a beautiful poem read by Ian Macmillan, which he does beautifully, and actually that is very compelling. But unless you get to the last 10 seconds or 20 seconds, you've got no idea where it's going. And the powerful bit is that last bit, where it says, actually, don't forget to leave money to charities in your will. Thankfully, we made a very compelling, I think it's almost 2 minutes long piece, which will, I think, be intriguing people and should get them to the end. But we've done other spots where you think, actually, the story's not quite working, and you know, if the audience drops out halfway through, you've lost them. But, you know, we work very, very hard to get those scripts to work. And that's the new bit.